Welcome back to another episode of A Drink with
MERI
and MINA. Oh, luckily I got this time right.
Today we've got
your
my tea. Still got a few more episodes with this.
5. I counted earlier. You've got 5 more episodes of this.
There you go.
And I've got classic black coffee, no sugar.
Yes.
As it should be.
Yes. And as you can tell, we're on a video now. If you're listening on an audio, we are going on video as well.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress set, but the vibe will be this. And yeah, I hope you like it. We are here back to popular demand, by the way, so you better be on it on the YouTube channel. So as Women's Day just passed, right? Mm-hmm. We were quite curious of what women would do if it were for a boy a day. And
this is actually a follow-up of our video, isn't it?
Yeah.
So on Women's Day, we asked men what they would do as a woman for a day. Mm-hmm. And then we got some interesting answers. And then we thought, you know what? Let's ask women as well.
Yeah.
You know, so we're like, let's do it. So we sent out an anonymous questionnaire. By the way, I think I've been getting a few concerns about, is this questionnaire anonymous?
It is very anonymous.
All our questions are anonymous. We don't know who has responded. All we see is responses and the answer to the questions.
That's it. So you can write your dirtiest nightmare in there and then we wouldn't know who wrote it. But yeah, we've been having quite fun with these surveys, not gonna lie. It's just a bit of, spicing things up a bit.
Yeah, this is gonna be our recurring theme, isn't it?
Yeah, we love it. It's good. Like, we want the audience to experience what we think and we'd like to hear them so they can hear themselves back. I don't know, it's just a weird analogy. Anyways, so let's start with you then. What would you do if you were a boy for a day?
Oh God, if I were a boy for a day, I haven't actually given this thought. When I grew up, I wished I was a boy. Mm-hmm. I wished it. Mm-hmm. When you start growing up and when you realize that, certain things are unfair to us, you do wish, why wasn't I a boy for a day? Mm-hmm. But as I've seen life and I've seen through struggles, I've seen women pull through incredibly well. Yeah. Like by miles than men. And I don't know where their strength comes from, but that's why I don't think I wish I were a man. But that was not the question.
Yeah, I was just gonna come on, carry on.
I would probably try and feel what ejaculation feels like.
I think a lot of us would want to feel that. Because it's different to a female orgasm though, isn't it? So
Yeah. And I want to lift things to see how much stronger men are. Like, I would want to lift the same amount of things that I couldn't lift as a woman.
You know what I can tell you? We're stronger because we lift their emotional baggage.
Well said.
I'm sorry. You can't win on us with that one. But that's, what
about you?
That's cool. What I would do? Ma'am, you got me. I would definitely masturbate. And men on average, they masturbate more than on a regular. Not on the regular, but they do it often than women do.
Definitely. Yeah.
So I would like to experience that in their euphoric way. Pee everywhere.
It feels like.
Yeah. Pee everywhere. I don't care. Pee in the bush. Pee in someone's garden, in front of Sainsbury's. Don't care. You just got to whip it out and then pee and then shake it off and then you're done. Walk topless. Topless, naked. Doesn't matter if you've got a fit body or not. It's acceptable apparently. Yeah. Dad bod, booty back.
You don't get judged as well.
You don't get judged. But if I were to wear a crop top that showed more than what skin I was supposed to show,
and if it's not a flat ab, then you're like
fat bitch. Yeah, I would go literally topless everywhere. I wouldn't care. I would be topless the whole day.
Yeah,
I'd be topless. Like, I would go to a club and then strip down. Like, who cares?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah. And I would chug beer. Do you know, like, boys do that? I'd flip upside down and then just drink.
I'm gonna say, what? What? But can you not do that as a woman?
Yeah, you can, but apparently it's more acceptable when you're a man.
Woman. What else do you want to do as a man? Do you want to be a man?
No, like it's just things that you can't do as a woman that you want to do. No. Oh, and you know what I do? Obviously acceptable for Asian cultures. I literally do this, sit like that, watch telly, put my foot on the TV, go to auntie's house and just be like,
Wait for.
"Baat khaye," and then leave the towel there. Although I'm going to the sink to rinse my hand, I don't care. And you know what else I would do? I would literally have a headache and be like, oh, I can't function. I'm sorry, lift that for me.
We were having a whole long ass chat on our way here.
Yeah.
About how when men are like slightly unwell, they act as if it's been a whole, as if their hands and legs have broken off, they've fallen off, But then us girls, we bloody take painkillers and work through our cramps.
Or not even take painkillers. We move legit physical thought, like emotional mountains. But then you're like, oh yeah, I would love to do that. I'd be like to my wife or my girlfriend, babe, I'm so ill. Would you like to take painkillers? No, but I'm ill. Can you do that for me? Oh, my brain hurts. Oh man, that would be nice.
Right, shall we get on to
responses,
our responses then? Right, shall I go first? No, actually, you go first because you've got more responses.
We can go back and forth.
Yeah.
Because we'll probably like discuss this along the way anyway. Do you want me to go first then?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, my first response is have a wank, walk around topless. I'm with you on that, sis. That's what it is about. Have a wank, walk around topless.
But you know what? A lot of girls, the ones that didn't fill out the survey but just gave me a comment when I put that on my story, was like one of the top things was pee standing up or pee in a bottle.
Exactly.
That was one of the top responses. And I'm like, but like, have you ever peed in a shower as a woman? Yeah.
Everyone
Isn't
does.
that peeing standing up?
Yeah, but
as
it's
in
not
without
in
making
public.
a mess. Oh.
Yeah, but not publicly. And you can actually aim where to go. Isn't that?
No, you know what? Some men don't have control over
Yeah, but
that.
that's them. That's their problem. I would have control because I'm a woman, but I'm a man.
I got go camping by myself and take a walk at night. I mean, yeah, I get the point. Like, I have done this by myself. Like, I've traveled solo to countries. And I understand where she's coming from because as a woman and as a solo traveler, you have to be so much more vigilant, cautious. Obviously, you're seen as a weaker gender. Yep. So, I mean, I've been mugged.
Plus, vulnerable as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I've had one of the responses the same as well. I haven't personally traveled solo as much in abroad, but every year in this country, I like to go camping. Or if you're not comfortable with camping, start with glamping. Because you're just trying to find the balance between you two. You don't have to go deep into the shit end. Like, you can warm yourself up to it. Yeah. That's how I started. And I actually love it. You don't have to deal with anyone's drama.
She's probably trying to say that she would have less worries.
Yeah, definitely.
And she would feel a bit more safer.
Yeah. And plus it depends like what ethnicity you are most of the times. Like in our Asian culture, we don't really do that. We don't really promote as a woman, you're independent. Well, they like to preach it, but they don't like to practice it. It's hard. They're like, your parents are like, oh, you should be more independent and whatnot. But suddenly you can get married at 24, but you can't hang out with your friends at 24 because you're not capable enough, apparently. Which brings me to, if I were a boy, I would go out peacefully for days without my mum exploding my phone every single second. Oh, bless her.
I think men do get that as well because Definitely. When I first started going on with Diwash, I was very surprised at how much his mum would call him. And it was out of worry. But men do get it, but I think us women get the worst of it.
Yeah.
Like, we get it at another level. You know, our friend Ranju, when she first came into the country, it was fresh. It was probably 2 years into this country. And when we were still in that, when you first come into the country, you still have this back home mentality.
Yeah, definitely.
She would get, I'm pretty sure, 13 calls in a span of half an hour.
Excuse me, minutes were even unlimited then. Do you know, like, minutes were even unlimited then? Did you, like, the whole reason why the text started you to see you was because we couldn't fit in a text message.
Yeah.
No, I think everyone has gone through that phase. I personally have as well.
Yeah.
But that was more to, I think that was me when I was more younger, like 15, 16. And that's when I started like really standing up for myself. When people say, your mom's so chill. She wasn't this chill. Like, I made her chill. Like, she's cool, I get it, but she has no chill. She's the most worrying parent of anyone else has. But you need to build that trust between your parent and you.
Like, some girls, like, they ask me, like, oh, like, your parents are okay with you going home at, like, 3 in the morning. You know, they're okay with you going abroad on your own. And I'm like, I had to work and cry and, you know, had my heart broken so many times to get to that point.
Exactly, it wasn't easy.
Like, obviously, I've been climbing into the house at 2 in the morning since I was 13, 14. That's a different choice.
Yeah.
But I did get beaten up for it. Like,
yeah, but then you still went for it. It's not like, Mommy,
exactly.
I'm going to stay home. No, you got to fight for it, sis.
To enjoy the fruits of your labor, you have to do the labor first.
Exactly. You can't just be like, oh, my mom don't. My mom's strict, but I rebelled out very young because I was like, this is not the life that I want to live. It made my sister's life easier because she didn't have to do all that shenanigans, dramas. Oh my God, the messages I used to get. Oh, just don't bother coming home. You're not my child. It's just like, it doesn't even faze me anymore. I'm like, cool story, bye.
But I'm pretty sure a few of you guys will be able to relate to now. If you've done that, if you've done the hard part, your sibling's life gets so much easier.
And I wish my sister's obviously older than me. I wish it was easier. I wish she did it.
She had done it.
But obviously she chose the golden child life and she was like, okay, I'll stay home, mommy, whatever you say is the best for me. But obviously I wasn't born like that.
You didn't want peace. You wanted problems.
You want a bit of drama in your life to make it spicy, and that was me.
Is it me? Am I the
Drama? No, it's not.
All right, let's go with the long one. Ooh. If I were a boy, damn, the young me would be really extra happy for that because of school. If you're from HIMS, hey!
This is the HIMS, homie. Thank you. Say it. I can already relate.
All right. Those who don't know HIMS is a school in Kathmandu.
Kathmandu, yep.
If you're from HIMS, you would know. I would take part in any school activities and don't give shits about anyone judging then. But now, if I were a boy, I would literally go topless and bask in the sun, having porn star martini as a man.
Why not?
I wish I were a boy because I'm having my... I wish I were a boy when I'm having a period because other than that, I enjoy being a woman.
Yes.
Hey!
You go, sis. Whoever this person is, you are instantly close to my heart because you're relating me to HIMS and you're going topless. Go, girl.
Exactly.
So let me give you a brief story of HIMS, right? Since this has been an ongoing topic, and HIMS is basically stands for Himalaya International Model School. That used to
model
be
school.
Model. Don't even get me
emphasis
started.
on that.
International as well. But to be fair, when we were younger, I went to that school for 10 years of my life.
Oof.
And when we were younger, there were a lot of ambassador children who and everyone going to that school. Hence, the international probably where I started. Anyways, long story short, it was very cool when we were younger. But once, because obviously your senses don't kick in then, right?
Yeah.
But once you've gone past the secondary school, you see the differences between a man and a woman like very vast. And I think I've mentioned in my previous podcast before how my hostel journey was my awakening of feminism.
Yeah.
It's a vast difference. We couldn't do a lot of things because obviously we wore skirts. You'd have to wear things underneath your skirts so that the boys wouldn't see. All that shenanigans. Basically, I don't know how women who went to that school, who stayed in hostel, have still the courage to stand out and speak like this, like I am. I honestly applaud them because they did anything and everything to make you feel discredited, make you feel shit as a woman. So yeah, I'm with you on that, sis. Honestly, amazing school, but not for women.
All HIMS alumni, like,
Honestly, man,
write
public,
a letter.
damn public. I know. I don't know. No, I think HIMS is blown away at this point, and probably why.
Yeah.
But no, not for women. Was your school like that? Like, was there a difference between
I mean,
male
we
and
were
female?
definitely outnumbered.
Yeah.
But I think my school is a bit of a special case because we didn't have that many students. It was a small school.
Yeah.
So there was literally like 9 people in my class and only 2 of us were girls.
It's like community school. Yeah.
So when we actually played sports, you know that we're sports class.
Yeah.
So when we played sports, they would have to include us just for the sake of numbers.
Yeah.
And sometimes we would be like, the girls would be like the goalkeepers on the other side. We were never given a position that was at the front. You know, we were always like the backups.
Yeah.
Like we would be at the, you know, either goalkeepers or bench warmers. You know, sometimes when
By
you
default.
don't have, don't have team members and you just need numbers to, you know, make a team. That was it, really.
That's pretty shit.
But I think in any Nepali school, you do get a bit more strict with girls, especially in hostels.
I don't understand it. I honestly don't understand it. If I was the principal at that school, come on, man. My girls are getting leveled up. But obviously I'm not, and I don't wish to be. Some dude responded to this and he said, I'll live my life the way I currently am living since I'm a man. Did he just miss the whole point of please, women,
But
ladies?
the fact that I would currently live my life as a man because I'm quite happy with it says a lot about how he doesn't feel the same about the injustices due to your gender.
Exactly. Which brings me to see if I'll actually get the salary I wouldn't have got as a woman.
Okay.
If it's payday, then you would know, sis. If it's not payday, then you really wouldn't know. Because, to be fair, you could be doing half the less of a job in the same position. Oh, sorry. And get away with it.
Especially when you're a mother, right?
Or you're pregnant, or you're in a period. It's intense. But, damn. Oh, talking about the motherhood. Do you know the tweet that I sent you?
I feel like I've read it, but I can't remember exactly what it said.
So basically,
remind me.
So basically, there was a tweet, and it had a whole thread. And one of the ladies that I follow, and I think you follow as well, the other day, she put it on her story the screenshots and the summary outtake. Obviously, I would link the Twitter here rather than me saying. My intake was the woman. She basically made a 16 pages binded legal document for her husband and herself. They're not legally married, they're spiritually married, okay?
Oh, okay.
So obviously there's differences, right?
Yeah.
And they were planning to go on holiday, but obviously because of the pandemic they couldn't, so they thought, let's have a baby. And these couple are separate, like they're 50-50 on everything, right? Like even, let's say for example, the cup of tea, they're 50-50 on, right? They're like financially earning 175k a year, both of them, right?
Okay.
So 50-50 everything's like, you know, my money, your money. It's not our money, right? And they decide to have a kid. And obviously the mom, the maternity pay is only like half of what she's earning, neither.
You would be lucky if it was even half of it.
Yeah, so she made on the legal document that the other half, say her husband has to compensate for her, okay? So if she has to stay any longer than 6 months, I know. And the husband was a bit threatened by it because he was like, why should I be doing that, you know? But backstory is they were pregnant, but he didn't know they were pregnant. She aborted the child without letting him know. And he thinks she's pregnant this time, so he's going through the bins looking for pregnancy tests. So there's already trust issues with this couple, right? It's quite weird. But I honestly think I support her. If she has to stay longer than after the maternity leave, the husband should contribute anything. Given the fact that this is not a normal everyday couple that you're thinking that you say it's our money, it's like my money, your money, right?
Yeah.
Thora, I feel like putting a price tag on things like that is a bit weird as well. Obviously, we don't accept as a society. But what are your thoughts on it?
So I agree with her on the maternity pay.
Mm-hmm.
So if she's taking time off, if she's taking time off, okay, if she's having to take time off to have a baby, then, and she's, because of that, her income has fallen, then the husband should make it so that they're both equally
in the disadvantage.
Not even in the disadvantage, that she also gets the money that's equal to her husband, because before that they were earning equally. Or at least, if, let's say, for example, if the husband was earning 100k before they get pregnant and she was earning 80k, so at least the ratio should be matched, okay?
Yeah,
because she's having to take time off. But usually when it's a very good relationship, it's a nice relationship, it's an honest trust relationship, you don't even need to go to that level of point, okay? It's almost like an unspoken rule between you two. The woman will never feel bad about not earning enough and taking money from her husband or her partner if it was a good relationship. I think the fact that they've already made this agreement has already given me some ickiness about...
No, the agreement was made by herself. So she gave it to him, like, this is what I want.
Okay.
So, okay, if it was...
So, right from the start, there was no...
So the guy didn't know about it. No. So the guy didn't know...
What is discuss?
They didn't discuss. No, they didn't.
Discuss. Who made the binder?
So the girl made the binder.
The girl made the binder.
So she didn't say anything to the guy. So she just literally gave the binder again. Be like, suppose I came through the door and I'd be like, okay, Mina, read that.
Okay. And he said, okay, I'm happy with this.
No, he's not. But he's obviously ranting on Twitter about it. Does that make sense? He's like, how is this situation? Help me out. Like, he's trying to process this.
Nah, they shouldn't be together. They shouldn't be together. Because, first of all, if a woman comes in and goes, okay, this is 16-page whatever binder of what I want in a relationship, that 16-page binder should have been put up for discussion. Rather than we're living it through this binder. So that from that 16 binder, the man should have discussed whether he's happy with this and that, and the woman should come and meet in the middle if anything of that is compromisable. Okay. So if a woman is presenting you with a 16-page binder saying, I want this, and it's an absolute, then I'm not happy with that, because that for me, that makes it a one-way relationship.
That's how I saw it as well.
That for me is like, you're acting like how we've been treated, and that's the last thing you want to do. You know, hate doesn't decrease hate.
That's exactly what you've literally spoken in the nicest way, that what I was thinking. I definitely agree with the girl on the pay part. Like, the men should at least contribute, because she's a very strong, independent woman. Like, obviously, you need to still keep her morals up. Yeah, she's got a baby, but she's still her, you know? But apart from that, I think this is a very dysmorphic relationship. The fact that they had a baby together and she got it aborted without even telling him.
And the relationship is not just you or me,
it's us,
It's us. So they should have probably discussed the contents of this binder or whatever that is. Second thing, she aborted the child without letting him know. That is very twisted.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
You go and say to him, I'm not happy having a baby now, I do not want it, but at the end of the day, it's still your child too. We made this baby together. And I think in this matter, women should have a little bit more say than men.
Because it's her body.
Yeah, but the man should have a little bit of a say as well.
Yeah, so of course.
For her to go and abort this child without letting him know, that was completely fucked up.
No, I understand that. I completely agree on that. But after this, a 16-page binder has been presented to him, he's gone a bit iffy and misunderstanding as well, because the fact that he's going to dumpsters and looking at pregnancy tests, why could you not just be like, oh, are you pregnant?
As soon as the one-way legal whatever paper had been presented, he should have just said, I'm not happy, or can you meet me in the middle? And it all depends on how reasonable or unreasonable the ask was in that letter.
Yeah.
But maternity pay, that she should be compensated a little bit more while she's having a baby, that I completely agree with.
I agree with that as well. Apart
And
from that,
men, don't give me shit about like you guys are asking money for being a housewife, for being a mother. Like, this is what, my mother didn't do it, we were fine. Like, no. Like, it's not your body, it's not your choice. Don't.
And did you even ask your mother if she was fine?
Yeah.
If she was tired?
Or she wanted to have a child?
Exactly.
That's the first thing. When you date a woman, when you are marrying her, one of the first things that you should ask before you get married or before you make such huge decisions in your life, you need to discuss your values. What kind of values, like, do you want children? How are the finances going to be handled with? And what kind of values you want to give to your children. Because in the end of the day, we were having this discussion with my friend as well the other day. Once people have children, you don't discuss it after you have children.
Exactly.
Because if there's inconsistency in parenting style from both sides, then in that sense, one of the parent is going to be a bad cop, the other parent is going to be a good cop. And children get confused. If I'm saying, no, you cannot have that candy, the father of my child, if he goes and be like, oh, just have one, that's not gonna sit well with me, because you're confusing the child and you're letting the child try and find loopholes in a fraudulent way.
and the fact that it will be disciplined in two different ways. Like my cousin, he's got 3 kids, they're triplets. And I think they're well behaved, like, to the point, Nana.
Yeah.
But the reason why they're well behaved is because when my Bozo used to tell the kids off, my cousin, he never went around saying, Tero mommy le gorera esto. Like, he never said, because of your mom. He was like, yeah, that's how it should be.
Exactly.
And then it works. Like, it makes marriage easier. It makes, like, a relationship with you and a child easier. Why would you not have that?
Exactly. If I'm putting my child at risk, if I'm being too strict, then I would want my boyfriend or my husband to take me somewhere and say, okay, I think you're crossing the line here. Shall we work on your disciplining style? Yeah, but do not come and undermine my decisions
in front of
the children and make them confused.
Exactly.
We can always work it behind. I've always said this to Diwash, no matter how many children we have, you and I should be our first person.
Same team.
Children will grow up, leave the nest, they will have their own family. You're the one who's gonna live with me
forever,
till the end,
till
and
death
die
do
with
us
me.
apart. Yeah,
exactly. So if you undermine me in front of our children, or if I undermine you in front of our children, we need to have a discussion, not in front of the children, but separately, by ourselves, and come together as a team.
Yeah, it's a teamwork. I don't understand it. If the child is to be born in that family, to that couple, I feel sorry for that child.
As soon as the woman presented her demands, they should have had a discussion about whether that demand was okay with the man or not, or whether he would be willing to do it. And if he's having a rant on the Twitter, then obviously they haven't had that discussion.
Exactly.
Or they haven't had, they've had disagreements about those demands. Then they should just go their own way.
I shared it to a couple of guy friends to see their input. Because I knew women would kind of sort of agree of what we are agreeing with, in a way. Some of them agreed to what we had to say. So they were on our page. Some of them were like, nah, that woman is going to be asking the baby to footprint once she's born or he's born in the birth certificate, saying, I'm going to clean my diapers by myself. I need equality since day one. And I thought it was quite funny.
To make the effort and spend time listing down all those things, she must have had trust issues from men right from the start.
Yeah.
I mean, not excusing her behavior, and she definitely needs to work on her trust issues with men, because there are good men, there are bad men. You can't just judge a man depending on what you've experienced with.
Honestly, yeah. Is there issues, man? To me, like, if I had binded a 16-page document, I'd be like, okay, this is what I want, but I'd like your input on it. There's no democracy in this relationship. It's dictatorship. through and through ke ketileni give up
It's like
garecha
they're
chaina.
doing this.
Yeah.
They're not coming together. They're fucking doing this.
Yeah, the reason why I think they're spiritually married and not legally married, there must be reasons as well. Like they don't want their finances to be, you owe me money, khalke, whatever. Anyway, that's out the window. But that was something
Interesting.
It was mad interesting. Not gonna lie.
Oh no, I wasn't expecting this from such a mature woman. The age gap is like 31 to 35.
Okay.
I would expect this from somebody who's a bit younger. Yeah?
That's fine. We all have different journeys.
Because usually 31 to 35 by the time women are okay. By the time we go beyond 31, I think we learn enough. Not saying it in a bad way, but we learn enough to bend men in ways that we want them to get.
It's so easy. Like I think it's all about experiences. Because I'm a 26-year-old, but I've been in relationships, right? But if a 35-year-old or 37-year-old never been in a relationship and always sheltered in their parents' home, they wouldn't know.
That's sad.
So they wouldn't know. Yeah. Like it's the experience as well that counts, not just the age.
Right. So basically, she said, I would cook for the family, do the dishes, washing, and help with the house chores. This is to inspire other young men to be independent and not rely on their mom, sister, wife, or someone else to do the house chores for them.
Fair enough.
I love how she not only pointed out mom, sister, wife, and women roles, but also somebody else. Yeah. Because between two men, one could be doing the house chores if they're living together. And so you should never, whether it's a man or a woman, you should never depend on somebody else for basic life skills.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Basic life skills, you need to fucking learn, man.
If you don't have basic life skills, you should be rich that you can hire someone to do it for you.
You should be compensating somebody else enough to do all that hard work.
Honestly, it is true. I agree to what she has to say. I know, definitely. Like in my household, my dad often doesn't really like to cook. He'll cook for himself. He's not like if I'm not gonna eat. He's not that kind of person. He'll cook for himself, but he prefers to us to cook the food. Probably tastes better, not gonna lie. But anyhow, he does the entire cleaning of the house. He does the laundry, cleaning the bathrooms, kitchen, hoovering, everything else. So that's enough house chores. That I can't expect him to cook as well because he does everything else apart from cooking. Yeah. So I think that to me is quite a balance, not gonna lie. So if that's the case, then I don't mind. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But often in our society, usually men take the backseat. Like I said, if I were a boy, I would literally be like, auntie. You know?
And sometimes, like Samir said in our podcast, the other podcast, sometimes it's the women who are like, oh, yeah, as a man, why are you washing dishes?
No,
like,
honestly, it is, yeah.
Don't, if he's doing it, let him do it. Like, let him do it.
Come, only low moan say, apparently only guys can do.
Oh my God.
Like, aunties shouldn't be doing it.
My boyfriend and I, we do it together. Like,
it's a unit.
Honestly.
But I hate that chore. I would rather have a concrete...
Concrete what?
Floor and then have a fake grass on it. Because I like to see the green, but I can't be asked to grow it. Honestly, I'm sorry.
Oh my God, no, I want all natural. I like the smell of the
hay
natural glass. There are two types of people on this.
It's too much maintenance for me personally. Right. I'd rather invest my energy somewhere else. Like, I would rather have a tree or garden, vegetable garden. I'll have that. Flowers, I'll happily have that. Lawn, really necessary? It's pretty to look at.
In the morning, there's like dew. On the us. Yeah. There's something about walking barefoot on that dew.
Yeah, for grass, not dew,
oh, please, for Christ's sake, it's not the same thing.
I know.
There's something therapeutic about that.
No, I agree. To me, I think it's the maintenance, right? But if someone else is doing it, yeah, come on, grow it out.
Why don't you make a deal with your, partner? Like, you mow the lawn, I'll do something
else.
No,
let's begin with pala partner paunu pare. That's too far of an option here.
Yeah, if you have a partner who's happy to mow the lawn always, would you have fake grass or do you have...
Of course I'll have a nice grass. I'll tell him to grow fucking everything I want. I'll stop going to Asda's. He'll go, nah, babe, only organic. You grow it. Why not? I'll cook it for you nicely, any way you want it. Yeah. But you grow it.
I mean, if your partner tasted your cooking, then I think you will do anything.
Oh man, if it was a cooking show to get partners, I'd sign myself up. But no, I think like when you said about the values and things that you want, I think I kind of say that early on in the talking stage, nigga, just to get it out the way.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to build romantic relationships with people who are not into me that way. Yeah. So if I'm finding someone very attractive in the talking stage, I usually say, look, I don't want kids until I've dealt with myself. Yeah. And I don't want kids unless we can work as a unit, And that usually throws a lot of people off. Better, more clarity for me.
Exactly.
Don't have to go through the same shit all the time.
Yeah. Don't have to kiss so many frogs.
No frogs.
One last thing to say about this, Anna. I think she said, I would do it to inspire other men.
Yeah.
Lead by example. You don't even have to go and preach it out to other men, Anna. You do it, your son will learn it, your friend will learn it. They will be, So anyway.
It's how you surround yourself with people around as
exactly.
well. Like, for example, Divas, I think he does it. Sometimes he's like only chill type, like you mentioned in Poila.
Man, I'm trying to get him into cooking. Failing very miserably, mate. Like failing.
No, he still owes me the mean chana masala. Like, I would like to come one day.
Right.
Hopefully, I don't get food poisoned. Okay, if it's only for a day. ... I already love it. The beginning, so much drama. I would try to have sex with a girl. And that's because I've always wondered how it feels on the other side. True.
See,
because you've got ridges and stuff, yeah? And then, but if I had more time, I'll do more valuable things. What valuable things would you do, sis? Exactly. But we like that.
Yeah. That's a decent one,
24 hours is quite a short period, not gonna lie, to do the things you desired that you always wanted to do.
Exactly.
But definitely have sex. I would definitely want to have sex or masturbate. Or masturbate after having sex, so she can look at it. That's a weird fetish.
I think this one is a bit... I think everybody will agree. I would walk around topless because I do not like wearing bras.
Love that, sis. Especially now that it's spring.
Yeah.
Summer.
Yeah. Summer's out. I just want to, not have to worry about wearing anything on top. Like, how much I hate bras. Like, I haven't even got... I hope my nipples are not showing. But I do not like wearing bras. And the thing is, my boobs are so small, I can get away with not wearing bras. But I think for some people like you who are a bit on the heavier side,
you can't. And it's not even not wearing... Well, to be fair, I still do. Because it's not my eyes. If you see my nipple, that's your problem. That's not my problem. Let's start there. It's not even about that. If we don't wear a bra, because it's just skin and skin, right? So the sweatiness is unreal. So we drown. Well, I drown in powder personally, or like deodorant underneath
because
there
it
and
gets
let it dry.
sore, doesn't it? If it's left like that.
If it's just left like that, it can get sore, and especially I'm a very sweaty person. Like, I'm sweaty Betty, and if it's summer, you don't want to see me out. If you're calling me out on summer, Mary, let's do like something fun, you're asking a lot. Is there AC? The priorities come down like that.
The shade.
Yeah.
And also the bra for you probably just helps you with the weight of it as well.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. But I really can't be bothered, so I literally just go braless most of the times. As you should.
But yeah, I think a lot of people but I've also met some girls who prefer wearing bras.
Yeah, I have a friend,
go to sleep
wearing bras.
I'm like, you don't know the comfort of not wearing a bra. My God. But yeah, honestly, bra is a huge issue.
If it didn't hurt and if I could, if it was visually okay, I would go running wearing no bra.
That's
But
gonna
it's
be
just-
painful.
It
mate.
just goes around like
That's
that.
gonna
So I have a good one. I say.
Uh-huh.
First things first, comma. I love it. I love how these women are
Let me point it out.
dramatic.
Let me make a list.
Yes, so both of these people who have made a dramatic point, they're all actually 25 to 28 is the age spectrum. I'd masturbate to see how it feels to orgasm as a man. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Secondly, I'd go for a late night camping, skinny dip with no fear whatsoever, and then I'd masturbate again to end it with.
I think people are just obsessed with. We are obsessed with finding out why men are so obsessed with masturbating and sex.
Yeah. But to be fair, I think a lot of women, obviously the women who are not replying here, women are obsessive as well, but we just don't say it because we've got a lot of things to take care of, apart from just like self-pleasure, I think.
Yeah.
But men are just obsessed. I ask this question to every man that I meet, I know, even my friends. I'm like, how often do you think of sex? And they're just like, how often? When do I not? Is the question.
It never leaves my mind.
Yeah.
I think I would love to do this, I would hang out with men to see what they really, really talk about in their group chat. Okay. Men, we are well aware that very disgusting jokes, dirty jokes go down in your group chat. I mean, us women, we do have our group chat where we do, nasty talk as well. But I think you guys have it at another level. Let me tell you something funny, right? So basically, I'm not gonna name them because they are such an innocent couple.
Yeah.
Like you would not expect. So he was in a group chat, and apparently this girl was just I think his phone was just on the table or something.
Yeah.
And in a group chat something popped up and she was like, no, I think she was playing with his phone, just doing something. And in one of the boys or men's group chat, something popped up, right? And she's like, oh. And then she
Clicked on the link.
clicked on it. Apparently it was
It was a gift.
no, it was this, literally an angle of this, right? This, and basically a ball that was being sucked in and out and in and out.
Of a vagina. What the fish? No, but honestly, like, men's group chat is filthy.
Oh goodness.
Like, it's filthy. First of all, a lot of men, they don't have group chat. Like, only guys who don't have a lot of friends. But when they have friends that they hang out as a group, like lads type, okay?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
those people you need to be wary of. And if they're mature enough, obviously they'll send unknown person call.
Yeah.
But the immature ones, especially like young teenagers or young adults, they tend to send the woman they're with, and I think that's just a bit too much.
Sometimes in group chats, whether a man is okay with or not, but somebody else will probably send like revenge porn, revenge nude photos of their girls.
And then it gets forwarded along. If I was in his shoes, I'd honestly exit the group chat because that's just disrespectful.
I would also say it's not. I would voice that it's not okay doing that. And one of our friends, like, he said there was, he was in a group chat where they suddenly started sending. So this boy and girl, they'd broken up, and he suddenly started sending her nudes to the group chat, and he was disgusted about it.
Especially these younger boys, a lack of awareness, or just your head is quite fucked up. I'm sorry, but it's true. That why would you entertain on that someone else? Like, it's your friend at the end of the day. And obviously he's having a thing with his girl, whatever. If they wanted a video for themselves to keep, whatever. But regardless of whatever it is, like, it wasn't consented from her to be sent out. That's a bit messed up.
Jeez. I mean, chat room is a whole other discussion. I
Yeah,
think a lot of shit goes down in boys' chat room.
But they have some stupid shit as well. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but humor-wise,
yeah. I would come. I would go for that. Apart
Yeah.
from that, I look at the guys who is respectful enough to not send their women go stuff.
Yeah.
I think I would entertain that group chat.
Yeah, obviously. Oh my god, they have the best jokes. They have
Yeah.
the best humors.
Women's go is not much fun, to be fair.
Oh.
Sadly. I think with that we conclude, because most of the things that I have on here is pretty much
It's
what
pretty
we've
much
already
similar.
covered. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've gathered that we all would go topless, braless, pee standing up everywhere without mess, and just be a lad.
Yeah.
I hope someone's with me on that, like going upside down and chugging beer. 'Cause
You know what, Mary? Let's go and do it.
No, I don't want to end up in A&E.
No, you don't have to be a man to do that. Let's
No,
go and do it.
I don't want to be in A&E.
No, let's do it, Mary.
If we ever do, we'll film a video and put it out there.
If I could lift you upside down, I would by now.
Yeah, but nobody. Let's be honest.
I'm gonna get some help in it. I'm gonna get my boyfriend to help
Oh
me.
my god, her boyfriend is annoying when he's drunk. He literally has the power to lift the whole entire world, and he'll actually run carrying you as well. That's how bad it is.
It's like I get anxious when he starts getting drunk and starts lifting people. Okay?
Why? Like, doesn't have a back pain the next day?
That man, I don't know. Like, have you seen how he walks? Like, he'll walk. If you see a furniture, people walk around furniture. No, he walks straight into furnitures. Furnitures will be out of the way. He will just keep walking as if he didn't bump into anything at the minute. Don't go into it. Oh, don't.
You stuck for life, mate.
I'm just surprised he doesn't have bruises all over his body.
That is true. That's very true.
But that man's body is made out of
Steel.
fucking steel.
Yeah.
So.
Man of steel with a little belly. But anyhow, I hope you like our podcast, and let us know how you're finding this whole vibe that we have in the studio. Mm-hmm. Of course, a few more changes to make it give final touches, but this is the sort of vibe we're going. And give us a thumbs up if you like the video on YouTube, and like on podcast as well if there's any possible ones.
Exactly. And please send us ideas of what you want us to discuss. You know, sometimes we want to, I think you guys want to hear us say it out loud, the things that you want people to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, I think people respect the fact that we're quite raw and honest. And if you want us to be raw and honest about something that's been niggling at you, just send us a message.
Just send it.
It's just like, how about you guys, talk about this, and we'll go for it. Honestly.
Yeah, honestly, we'll honestly go for it, because sometimes our brains can only think so far. Honestly, it is true. Like, we are like on the same whimsical most of the times. So it would be nice to see what your views are at, and it might be new to us, it might be old to us, and we're like, yeah, speak about it. But yeah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Please like, share, subscribe. As much as I hate doing it, we just want to spread the message across.
Comes out naturally.
Exactly. All right. Bye.